Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful, my dear brothers and sisters. This is a short video that I want to mention in this time of the year because I received many texts from the brothers and sisters, and they have sent me some videos and some other posters and things. And those posters and videos, they encourage people to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially in this night, 15th of Sha'ban. They claim that in this night is more rewarded, is greater, is more encouraging to do so, and so on. And this by itself is not true. Actually, in Islam is not such things like so, and this is not acceptable in Islam. Why? Which we will explain now, and I will put all of those evidence inshallah on the video under the in YouTube, in my YouTube channel. You could go over it and look into it, the details by yourself. If you speak Arabic, do you know how to read Arabic, and go back to the references. So the hadith that the majority of the people mention, there are a couple of hadith that they mention, and which of them, one of them is what? One of them is the hadith that the Prophet Muhammad says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down in the middle of this night and forgive all of those that they do not worship Allah, they do not do shirk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which means they do not worship anyone else rather than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is one type of people which Allah forgives, and the other one is the one that he does not have hate in his heart. He's a pure heart. This is one of the hadiths that they bring it as a dalil. And the other one, it says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night forgives every people, even if their sin are as much as the hair of a sheep, which it means even he has so much sins, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him. Again, this is another hadith that they bring as a dalil. And also there are many other hadiths they bring it as a dalil, which the Prophet Muhammad told Aisha, do you know which night is this? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down in this night and forgives whomever asks for forgiven, and who will have mercy on whomever asks Allah to have a mercy on him, and so on. And also many other ahadith which I haven't right now. I'm going over one by one of them. Some of them in Ibn Majah, some of them in Tirmidhi, some of them in Ibn Habban, some of them in any other ahadith, in any other zawaid, and also in other places that the Prophet Muhammad mentioned this matter. We want to say, first of all, my dear brothers and sisters, there's two things that we have to be aware of. One of them is that those hadiths by itself that I mentioned, all of them, I'm not saying majority of them, I say all of them are da'if. They're very weak hadith. Even I'm saying this is not because of I say, because of what the ulama they say so. They say that. For example, hadith al-Aisha and also the other hadiths, majority of the ulama they say, Tirmidhi said, Ibn Mundhir said, and also Mundhiri said, and also others they say that all of those ahadiths are very weak. For example, in the hadith, one of the ahadith, it says that Urwa wal Hajjaj, they did not hear Yahya say this hadith, which means the isnad is munqati', the chain of narration is cut, is not fully 100% connected chain of narration. The chain of narration should be connected all the way to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but in that hadith is not connected, so is cut, is not accepted. And also Imam Tirmidhi, he asked Imam Bukhari, because Tirmidhi is the student of Imam Bukhari, he asked this hadith, and Imam Bukhari said it is da'if. The hadith which means all of the majority, that hadith is ضعيف, and the others they have same meaning, it is ضعيف. Those ahadith are ضعيف, is not authentic. And the hadith of that we mentioned of Aisha, he says is Imam Tirmidhi says is ضعيف as well as the other scholars. They say that some of them, for example, there's one hadith in hadith Abdullah ibn Amr in Imam Ahmad, he mentioned it, and that is not itself as well is ضعيف. And majority of the other ahadith that was mentioned on this matter on the 15th of Sha'ban of this Layla, all of them are unauthentic hadith. They are not accepted by the scholars. They are not agreed by the majority of the scholars. Most of those ahadith, or all of them are very weak hadith that we do not accept in our way. Which means our way means I don't consider myself the greatest scholars of Islam. They do not accept those ahadith. They consider as a weak and unauthentic hadiths. But there is two things that we want to mention. First of all is that we need to know, we accept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down to the sky at night time. We accept that He comes down. We accept and we agree that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives anyone who asks forgiveness in the middle of the night, in late night time. He answers all the du'as in that special times. We accept all of that. But the second thing is that we need to know is it is weak. It's not acceptable to say in Sha'ban especially Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive. Especially in this time. Especially in this moment. It is greater. It is more beloved. It is more acceptable to do so. Why? Because it's Sha'ban. No. In this point, we are not agree on this matter. We say worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every day, every night. Do it as much as possible anytime. The only time we must be saying so, it's like Laylatul Qadr, it is mentioned. Last 10 days of Ramadan is mentioned. Those are the times that there's a hadith. But like Sha'ban, the hadiths are very weak and not acceptable, and we should not be doing such things because of it is mentioned. No, it is not being mentioned. The hadith is ضعيف. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala any other times and do as much as you can, but don't say Sha'ban itself we must do it because it's more rewarded. I hope it is clear and it is very clear for everyone and everyone understand it very well. I will put all of those information in the YouTube channel and you could go back to it. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. هذا والله أعلم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.